Okay.
Hello everybody.
Hola.
We're out and about. We've left our base, our home base. We've been in one place for the past 6 days, and today our retreat has ended. So
We've
we've
closed our ceremony.
closed our 6-day ceremony.
We've closed our open diets.
And
And
we've been looking forward to coming out with all these new ideas and sharing them with you.
yeah, lots of downloads and insights thanks to this beautiful plant medicine journey that we've just experienced.
Yeah, and so what's coming through today has to do with communication and language.
Yeah. Our language is so powerful. Oh, hola.
Hola.
Gracias, amiga. Yeah, our language is so powerful. The words we choose when we're communicating really, truly impact the vibration of the world around us. And this is something that came through to me in one of our conversations early yesterday morning. I noticed that I almost spoke about a situation and referenced something that I battle. And before those words came out of my mouth, I shifted them to say that I have the opportunity to utilize the situation to work with. So instead of battling something, I can now use the situation to grow.
Yeah. Yeah, and one thing that's been coming up for me is recognizing how we balance each other out in our relationships, and how the people that we connect with most, we can find those opportunities for balance. And so, specifically with me and LaVina, I've been finding that there's a balance in how we express ourselves. LaVina, for for whatever reason, the expression of LaVina's soul enjoys talking, enjoys words, enjoys speaking about the world around her. And the expression of my soul um, sometimes enjoys more silence and just being quiet. And so, one way that I know that I've experienced it in the past is I've said, this is irritating to me.
Mm.
And just as part of this conversation, just being like really clear on what's being said and actually only saying what is really true. Because I can just be very matter of fact in observing what's happening in my experience while LaVina is talking a lot. If I really look at my experience, it's not that LaVina is irritating me, it's that I'm having thoughts of, oh, LaVina's talking a lot. Okay, well, that's just a very clear observation. And then I can choose how to navigate that and interpret that. And the way that I've been interpreting it is, this is an expression of my beloved's soul. And how can I receive that? How can I carry love into this communication?
Yeah, and something as simple as Harry's perspective shifting in that way ripples into the impact it has on how I feel as I'm communicating. So, in the past, when those ideas of him feeling irritated arose within him, it's felt. Even if it's not vocalized, that energy is felt. And I experienced feeling judged and feeling as though, yeah, as though there was something that I was doing that felt or appeared wrong to him. And of course, that doesn't feel good. So, something that I think we're recognizing, something that I'm recognizing in working with this medicine is a deeper sense of appreciation for the totality of every soul.
Mm.
And
And the unique expression of every soul.
yeah, the individuality and the uniqueness of every individual being. And with that, when I can see someone as they are and see that their being is comprised of all of their experiences, all of their familial ties, all of their relationships and their choices, and everything that makes them who they are up until the point of us being in time space together. When I can see them for all of that, as opposed to a figment of my own projection, of my own thought and mind, then I gain a deeper compassion and appreciation for them, which removes judgment and removes comparison. And when comparison is taken out of the equation, then it allows for a deeper ability to connect and see the person, understand the person as they are right here, right now.
Yeah. And I think appreciation is a key word here. Shifting from judging to appreciation. There are now times where I look at LaVina while she's talking to me, and whereas in the past I might have been having thoughts of like, all right, LaVina, you're talking quite a lot right now. Now I step into this shift where I'm like, oh my gosh, here is my freaking girl just doing her thing, talking. And I appreciate it so much. And then there is also the other side of it, which is like so much of relationship is compromise. And so I'll say to LaVina, how about a little silence? And finding that balance. Like balance is so key. And as we've said in the past, like in our first video, disagreement is opportunity for understanding and understanding each other's experience. If I just kept saying over and over again, LaVina, can you please be quiet? I'm not seeing LaVina. I'm not seeing her needs and her desires.
That's what I was going to mention.
Yeah.
And it's so powerful to express our needs, you know? And this touches back on the varieties of love languages that exist. You know, words of affirmation and words. So giving and receiving words is a really strong love language for me. And so recognizing that and having space in our relationship for me to express in that way and also to receive in that way is really nourishing for me to feel seen and heard and felt.
Yeah. Yeah, when we first reunited in Guatemala, LaVina said that she has been feeling a desire to share in the love language of gift giving, which does not come naturally to me at all. And at first I was resistant to it, and I said things like, why can't you just accept love the way that I offer it naturally? And now that I can reflect on that, I can see how that is a closed off way of communicating. I'm not hearing what my partner has to say. I'm just like sticking to my side of the disagreement. And so when I can shift into an intention that is, I want to honor my partner's desires. I want to honor my partner's needs. Then there's a total shift in hearing everything that LaVina has to say. Now it's like, okay, gift giving. Can I bring that into my experience? And maybe I can't. Maybe I'll say like, it's really just not for me right now. But it's not that hard for me to do that. I can bring gift giving into it. And so it's just a subtle mindfulness, you know. Now navigating through the world, I might look at flowers or I might look at seashells and think, oh, maybe this could be part of a gift.
Right. And with that openness to receive my requests and to receive my desire with openness, with grace, it also allows for space for me to see that maybe it's not always for you. Maybe it's not always something that feels natural for you. And with that openness of communication, it allows us to meet in the middle so that we can find balance in everything, that every exchange that we're sharing in.
So much of it is balance. I mean, LaVina and I are so compatible as partners because we have so much in common. But even with this person that I probably have more in common with than anyone in the world, we still differ in so many ways.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of the uniqueness of our souls. And so in the past, these areas of differing, they may have caused tension. And we've even exchanged words like, I want you to know what I'm feeling without me having to ask it, which is a valuable request. And it's a valuable intention to embody. And also just recognizing where I am, where both of us are, and having patience.
Yeah, we're learning. We're all learning. And something you just said in the past, I just want to bring back in language and the power of the words we choose. Something that really struck me deeply is that I heard once is that words, we spell words. That's how we see them, that's how we interpret them. We spell words. And that is highlighting that words are spells. We are casting a spell. Everything that comes out of our mouth is vibration, and we are sending that vibration into the tangible world. And with that, having intention behind the words that are spewed from our mouths is literally an invocation to manifest the reality that we intend to manifest.
Damn. Y'all got that? That was good.
Yeah.
That was an incantation right there.
Yes, and just to bring that back to utilizing in the past, these stories that we tell ourselves are what create the story of our lives. So if there is a pattern or a habit that is not necessarily, let me get my words, conducive to the life we want to experience, then repeating that story in our verbal expression is not helping us to create the new reality that we want to step into. So utilizing the statement in the past, da 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 da, also allows for us to rewrite a new script.
Yeah, it's just observing my experience as it has been, and offering or intending my experience moving forward. Yeah, so I think the last thing that I'll offer for today is also allowing words to serve as reflections. So as we can with our partners and our friends and just the people around us, we can the people around us offer an externalized reflection of our experience. So I can see my own experience of the world playing out in LaVina, or anyone for that matter. And so especially with our words, like the words offer an opportunity to check ourselves and actually like understand whether or not something feels true. So one example is that there was a point in our ceremony where I was completely paralyzed and stuck to my mat and could not get up, no matter how much I told myself, get up, get up, get up. But it was all in my head. Suddenly, when I said the words out loud, I'm stuck, I realized, like, wait, I'm not stuck, and I bursted out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another moment in time where I was like talking to LaVina, and LaVina said, it sounds like there's a lot of struggle in your voice. Are you struggling? And suddenly when she had put that out into the air for me to see it, she externalized it. I was like, oh, I'm not actually struggling. And suddenly we were laughing. So yeah, our words offer us something to look at and to even apply to our own experience of the world. Is this true, what I'm saying?
Yeah. And another thing that's coming through in this moment, in addition to the words we choose, our tone. Did you just reference tone? Yeah, our tone of voice is also very, very important, impactful, and potent in how we are received. So I can be saying one thing, maybe my words are kind, but how is the tone? That's and the intention behind what is being said.
Mm.
So finding a way to connect our intention with our heart, connecting that heart intention to the words we are choosing, and having it be delivered in a tone that offers compassion and care and ultimately love, so that as we're interacting with any other being in this world, that we are sharing our heart, sharing our love, so that we can be received in that way, and always being mindful that what we are sharing is an offering, never imposing anything on anybody, but an offering, so that whoever is receiving this vibration, it's a vibration that is being received, has the option to choose if they're ready and willing to accept it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, and really, like everything that I'm intending to express, my words, my actions, I'm intending to express my soul beautifully. I want all of my expressions to be beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And so my words can be a song. Songs are beautiful. I want it to be a beautiful song. And the tone is the melody. So the tone and the words that I use, that's all factoring into the song that I'm expressing to the world. And I want to offer a beautiful song.
Oh, that's a beautiful song. Yeah. You know, just to close this, we as human beings are all channels of the divine. Our human bodies house our spirit, and our bodies are our temple. That we have the blessing to live in this world, to experience this life, to experience our senses, to feel, to touch, to taste, to smell, to see, and to hear. And the gentler we can be with ourselves, the more intentional we can be, the more open we can be, the greater opportunity we have to open our channel to divine love, so that everything that moves through us, every choice we make, is in alignment with the greatest good of all beings everywhere. Hola.
So with that, 18 minutes, we'll close it out. Adios.
Hasta luego.
Hasta luego.
Oh, something, if anything's coming up, I just want to offer that people start posting comments so that we can begin a dialogue with whoever is tuning in.
Yeah, as much as we get Wi-Fi, we'll try to take a look and respond if we can.
Yeah. Much love.
Peace.